I hope you can still see my screen, right? And you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now, first of all, the first place to start is believing that you can achieve. Okay, I would have loved to start that. What is your plan? What are you planning to achieve? What is what is desired CGPA? That should be the starting point. What CGPA are you planning to have? Okay, let's say maybe let me use a model example now. So I will say, okay, each of you have the CGPA you are working towards. So let's say, okay, for me now, I'm working towards a 5.0 CGPA. Now, so the starting point is, hello, okay, what happened? Okay, all right, okay, all right. So, um, so now the starting point is it possible the 5.0 CGPA that I'm looking towards? Do I believe that I can achieve it? Do I believe that I can achieve it? Because that's the first thing that has to be settled. Some people don't believe that they can achieve certain kind of result. So and until that thing is shifted in their mind, they may not be able to work towards it or to achieve it. But the point is, the moment you can believe something, no matter how big it is, the moment that you can believe that this thing I can achieve it, then you can achieve it. The moment you have been able to believe it in your mind. Now, so this is it. This is how it starts. How do you get to the point of believing that okay, I can have what is 5.0? Okay, A in all the courses. Fine. So you have to start painting pictures of possibilities. Like look at have you seen people achieve it before? Look around. Well, I have a number of stories of people that have achieved that kind of way. So feed your mind with possibilities. When you have that, you know that okay, yes, I'm ready to move. So before I move to the next one, of course, there's something that is called IQ, intelligence quotient. But there's something that is more powerful than IQ, and that is AQ. It's called attitude quotient. And that attitude quotient is that you have a possibility mentality. You believe that, yes, this thing is possible. With God, this thing is possible. That if you're having issue with believing, go and pray. Pray that God should enlarge your heart. If you have issue that this thing is too big, just pray. Spend time to pray that God enlarge my heart, and then you will you begin to see the pictures of possibility. So that's it. And the moment you have that strong attitude quotient, AQ, it will increase your IQ. So to make it more practical, I have worked with students both in higher institution and secondary level. I've worked with somebody that had 8F9 in WAEC, 8F9 and 1E8. Can you imagine? And then the first thing we work on is this attitude quotient. And the person ended up having B in physics, chemistry, maths, biology, and maybe English sef. B in all those subjects, and had like 250 something or 260 something in JAMB. The person almost entered medicine, but he could not enter. I want to believe we are still hearing me. The person ended up graduating as one of the best 3 students. I mean, among the top 3 in our campus. Yeah, where she graduated. Yes, that was somebody that had 8 F9 and 1E8. And can you imagine now becoming one of the best students in a whole school? I mean, a whole institution. So as I'm talking, the person is not even in Nigeria now. He's studying, he's somewhere abroad. Now, so I intentionally share this story with you. It's a real life story with somebody I work together with. I share this story with you so that you will be able to see pictures of possibility. Do you get my point? Are we together? I just want to be sure. Just say
Okay.
okay, fine. So after this session, I'm going to share the story of somebody that grew from a CGPA of 2 point something to graduating with even having 5.0, 5.0 throughout, and the person still made a first class. You know, some people, they maybe, well, they have a kind of bad result, and that result it has made them to think that they cannot have first class. But somebody that had that kind of a low grade and the person still believed that the person could have first class and was having 5.0, 5.0 throughout and still made a first class. So paint pictures of possibilities in your mind. Read stories of people who have achieved excellence. And then before you know it, you will start seeing yourself in that position. That's the starting point. If you cannot see yourself in that picture, you can't achieve it. So, and that's why the first thing is to see yourself in that picture that I can do it. So now, where I spend time on this, so I will just rush through the others and if possible. So the second thing here is that they have they already have in their mind a clear picture of what they want to achieve. They have a clear picture. That's why I said, what is it that you want to achieve? Have you taken time to write out your grades, your what like all the courses you're offering this semester? Have you taken time to write them out and write out the grades that you want to have? Don't just write A, I want to have a. No, write it. What kind of A? Is it 70 A or 95 A, or if possible write 100 A? As in, but I'm not pushing you. Don't write what you don't believe that you can achieve. But I don't expect you, this is an excellence class. So I don't expect you to aim anything less than excellence. But what I'm saying is write out your goals. Yes, even the Bible says write the vision and make it plain for so that he can run that reads it. So write your goals, all the courses you are offering. Write the not just the grade, even the score. This maybe it's 95 A. You want to have in write everything. Write them out. So when you write it, be looking at it every day. As you are looking at it, it will be forming a picture in your mind and it's going to be pushing your body to work towards it. So the third one here is they have a written plan of how exactly. You know, look at this number 2 and number 3, they look alike, but they are not the same thing. They are not the same thing. One is that they know what they want to achieve, Abi. But one now say they have a written plan of how to achieve what they want to achieve. So let me give you an example. Supposing that there is a student now, and that student want to read five textbooks, and each of he want to complete 5 textbooks, let's say within 3 months, and each of those textbooks contain 1,000 pages. I'm teaching you how to plan, how to draw. A goal has to be broken down into objectives, like you cut it into pieces. That is how it will become easy to achieve. Let's say you want to read I'm just using as an example. Somebody wants to read 5 big textbooks. Five, although they are not big textbooks that have 1,000 pages, it's not really big. So how many pages altogether? 5,000 pages within 3 months. So how can the person be able to finish that textbook? If it were me, what will I do? I will first cut it into monthly goals. Okay, 5,000 pages over 3, that is 1,300 pages. Meaning that, okay, is it one? Yeah, maybe I must finish around 1,350 pages in a month. I've cut it into months, Abi. And then the next thing is, okay, how do I cut it? Let me cut it into weeks. I will still cut it, divide it by 4. Then I will cut it into day. And I shared with some of you last week how I was reading at a time in my life, I was reading 18 pages per day. It was that kind of thing that made me to be reading 18 pages per day. I never planned to read 18 pages per day. But when I saw what I needed, I've looked at all the textbooks I needed to finish, and I've cut them into monthly, weekly, and daily goals. I knew I must finish 18 pages in one day. And that thing alone kept me reading that I will even forget to eat at times. I'm telling you how the power of vision and cutting your vision into goals can supply energy for you to keep moving to achieve what you thought you never would have been able to achieve on your own. So, the next, so have you seen that there is difference between number two say they have a clear picture of what they want to achieve, but number three now say they have a plan of how to achieve it. So it differs for different people. Number four is the aim high. So the aim high. Yes, there is this quote is on the last, I think it's towards the last slide. So let me just share it. Let me okay. So that you can be able to see it clearly. I'll come back to these ones. Okay, so he said aim high. Can you see it? If you aim at the sun, you will fall on the moon. If you aim at the moon, you fall on a star. If you aim at a star, you fall on the sky. And if you aim at the sky, you fall on a tree. If you aim at a tree, you fall on the ground. Okay, so can you see it? You can see it, right? So the point is this: you should normally aim higher than what you want to achieve. People usually, if you have observed, you will discover that people don't get exactly what they aim at many of the time. They usually get a bit lower than what they plan to achieve. Are you getting the point? So it is like this. If somebody aim at just passing an exam, like passing, when I say passing, let's say the person just aim at having 50 or 50%. Do you think the person can pass the exam? Most likely the person will end up even scoring below that 50. Most people that failed, they did not plan to fail. Do you know? There are a lot of people that fail that they never plan to fail. The reason why they fail was that they plan just to pass. Just to pass, like let my people go, just have 50. So, but people that have C, they did not even aim at having C. Maybe they aim at having B, that means they were not serious enough. And then most people that you see that they had B, they did not aim at having B, they aim at having A. But maybe the kind of A that they aim at, maybe is just like having 75A. Sure you get. So, and then the people that you see that they have A, there are still two categories of A. There are some people that they have just 70A or 72A. Those people, was not 72A or 70A that they aim at. So they aim at having like 80 or 85A. Sure you get. Now, then the people that you see that they have 85A, they actually aim at maybe like scoring 90 something. And then the people that you see that they had 90 something, they aim at scoring 100. Are you getting the point? So now, how can you do it that you will have sure A, that you know that no matter they do it, you will have A? The secret is that you aim higher than A. Like, aim higher than just having A. And how do you aim at higher than just having A? You aim at scoring everything, aim at 100. The worst that if you don't have that 100, maybe by mistake you could have 90 or 80. The worst that can happen is that you will still have A. Maybe the worst can be 70 something A. That's the worst that can happen. Last semester I was telling one of my students, he said that he just wants to have 4.5. That 4.5 was enough for him to achieve what he wanted. I said, it's dangerous to aim at 4.5. that what if you score less than, if you aim at 4.5, you are likely to score less than maybe 4.3 something, that aim at 5.0. So you know what? So he aimed at 5.0, and that means having A in all the courses. And then he ended up having 4.88. Can you see that now? He aimed at 5.0 and he ended up having 4.88. What if he had aimed at 4.5? What do you think he would have had? He would have had less than 4.5. I hope you are following. So, I intentionally wrote out some of these captions so that you don't forget. Aim high. In fact, I would have said aim highest. It's not just aim high. Maybe I should add EST to it. Aim highest. If you aim at the sun, you fall on the moon. If you aim at the moon, you fall on a star. If you aim at a star, you fall on the sky. If you aim at the sky, you fall on a tree, Abby, and if you aim at a tree, you fall on the ground. So the moral behind this is that aim higher than what you intend to achieve. And the best thing to aim at is to aim at scoring on the mark, like scoring 100%. You get that? So let me now. So they aim high. Then the next one is that they have a strong desire and determination to achieve excellence. Like somebody was telling me last weekend that somebody was telling me last week that that please let's reduce the uh let's reduce the background noise, please. So now somebody was saying, I feel sleep when I wanted to read. Like I feel sleep when I wanted to read. It was because, please, let's maybe we should mute so that the background noise does not affect, because we are doing recording. Please, can we mute? Please, let's take care of the background noise because we are doing recording, please. So now, a strong desire and determination to achieve excellence means that how strong your desire is determines how determined and how hard, how rugged you are going to be to work towards that desire. Yeah. If your desire is not strong enough, you can be casual, like it doesn't matter, like anything. But I just want to have A. It may not be strong enough. How can you build a strong desire and determination? Is that give yourself a strong reason why you must achieve what you want to achieve. Like a very strong reason. And that strong reason could be that, okay, I have seen people that they made a first class and a lot of opportunities, they have access to scholarship opportunities, both within and outside the country. They win awards, and just begin to picture possibility, like opportunities that are attached to that thing, that kind of result you're working towards, and begin to imagine yourself having access to those opportunities. And the more you do that, you are going to be building a strong reason why you must achieve it, and you will not give yourself rest until you achieve it. Even if you have opinion, it will not really matter. Why? Because you have a strong desire. Have you ever seen these politicians when they are campaigning for election? They know what is in that office that they are campaigning for, so they take it like do or die. They are ready to die. So now, it was because they have that desire in them is just very strong. But you in academics, look at opportunities. We are not talking about politics now, but I'm talking about when your desire become like it has gotten near to the point of it's do or die. Like is either excellence or nothing, that kind of a thing. You will just see that you have that drive that is pushing you until you achieve excellence. Yeah. So the next one, they are well focused and they know how to set their priorities. Yes, learn to set your priorities. Don't have, okay, some people Well, I know high flying, when I say high flying students, people who like straight A students. Oh my God. Well, we are still sharing screen. So straight A students, they are very well focused. They don't they don't involve themselves in too much unnecessary activity that will drain away their time. They don't. They are not people that they are always in football house, or they are spending excess too much time on social media, all of those things. They know how to set their priorities. If they don't pay unnecessary visits that does not have meaning. So it's about priorities. There is this thing that is called laser focus. When you concentrate all your energy towards a particular goal, you are going to achieve it. Yeah, it is called the principle of laser focus or hyper focus. Concentrate energy on that one thing that you want to achieve, and then you will see that you are going to achieve that thing. So learn to set your priorities right. Then the next one is they are prayerful. Yes, prayer is key. It's not just to walk alone. It is walk and pray. It is walk and pray. If you have you could have heard that some people they read where they work hard, yet they have some kind of result that they did not expect that they will have, or does not belong to them. Well, life is first spiritual before physical. So we must take things serious in prayer. When you pray, God follows up your work and it make it to be fruitful. That is it. So I advise you, when you are approaching your exam, pray before you enter your exam. Pray before exam that for that exam, it is worth it. It's going to clear the way for you. It will clear the way for you. It will prepare. It will even open your eyes to how you will prepare well to things that you normally wouldn't have read. So, and then it's called pre-exam prayer. And then you after the exam too, you see pray. You pray so that things like mistakes and all those kind of unfortunate things does not come near your scripts and things like that. So prayer is important. And so they attend classes regularly. When you attend class, it's different from when you are borrowing notes. I've once told some people that the notes that you use your own hand to write, you cannot forget. But the one that you photocopy, that you did not write by yourself, you are not likely to remember it as much as the one that you write by yourself. Apart from that, when you are there, you are hearing what the lecturer is saying. You will remember clearly. I mean, you will understand it and remember it than you are not in the class. You just wrote the notes. Even if you read the notes, you read it very well, you may not understand it as much as when you are there, when the lecturer was saying it. So, and then they are always time conscious. Yes, they don't waste time on unnecessary things that does not matter. If you see people that are aiming at having straight A's, first class 5.0, they don't spend time on they go to party, go and be watching football every now and then, or going to be having unnecessary gisting. They are always conscious of every minute counts. Yes, it is every minute counts. Like if the 30 minutes, as small as 30 minutes, 20 minutes, how they spend it is very important because can you imagine somebody that is planning to read 6, 7 hours per day, and the person is still like, báwo máa ṣe cover I only read 3 hours in the night. Oh, I have 4 hours to read during the day. Do you think that person will have time for unnecessary gisting? Then it can be if someone sorry for saying vernacular. If somebody just come to meet the person that is just unnecessary, the person he will find a way to just escape himself. Like, sorry, excuse me, I have somewhere to go. I'm going somewhere. I have something important to do. So they are time conscious, and then they always read ahead of the class. Yeah, they read ahead. They read ahead. Like if they have opportunity to have access to materials, they lay hands on it, and they read consistently. Yeah, consistently is very important in what we are talking about. It's not that you read today and then you don't read tomorrow and next tomorrow. You read every day. Like, some of you, I've taught you how to read at least 5 hours per day. So, and you can even read more than that 5 hours. And if you can do that every day, you will see that you are already on the path to excellence. Yeah, you are already on the path to excellence. You just need to be consistent every day. So read consistently. Like, first of all, build that capacity that you can read for several hours a day, and then be doing it every day. Well, if you have issue with having to read several hours per day, you can still reach out to me. I can teach you. Yeah. So, yeah, they are good. They are good teachers. Like, they teach other people. Now, okay, I'm going to do something now. So now I said they are good teachers. I'm going to share something now to illustrate what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see what I wrote here? Teaching is learning twice. Teaching is learning twice. That means when you teach another person what you will know it at least 2 times more than you would have known it before. How much more if you now, and you don't have to teach the whole class. There will always be somebody that does not understand that thing that you can explain it to. And when you are doing that, you are just using it as an opportunity to what? To learn twice, so to say, like to know it more, to understand it deeper. Because the point is this: there is a saying that if you cannot explain a concept to a 5-year old child and he will understand it, then that means you don't know that thing enough. Maybe that sound extreme. So let me say this. If you know something and you cannot explain it to another person and the person will understand it, then you have not really known it. So one of the ways to test that I have known this thing is to try to teach other, explain it to another person. You will see that, yes. So look for opportunity to, explain to other people, like teach other people, help other people to solve problems, like questions that they couldn't answer, things like that. Yeah, look for that opportunity. So that's what I mean by teaching. We'll still see that in the reading core principle. Yeah, we will come to that. We are coming to that. So they are good teachers. Now they have special reading methods. Well, over time, I will take time. Over time, you are going to learn a variety of reading methods. But one of it is what I have shared with some of you in I think in the last session. Yeah, in the last session. There are a lot of reading methods actually that I would, I can teach you. Yes. But one of it that I taught some people is what I call the reading core principle. Yeah, it's already on my screen here. Said you will most likely remember 10% of what you hear, 20% of what you see, 30% of what you see again and again, 40% of what you write, 50% of what you say, 60% of what you do or practice, 70% of what you teach, 80% of what you demonstrate, and 90% of what you teach again and again, and 100% is a combination of everything. So meaning that, but you will still teach here that 70% of what you teach, Abi, and then 90% of what you teach again and again. So you have seen that when you teach, you know it more. We said this earlier. But more than that, there are principles. I mean, there are methods by which you read and you can remember 100% of what you read. Yeah, there are a lot of reading techniques like that. You are going to be learning that over time. So, but excellent students, they have special reading methods. They have a way by which they can read in 2 hours what it will take some people to read in 7 hours. Yeah, they have a way of doing that. So, and it's called special reading method. We'll be talking more about that later on. So now back to these are some of the captions I said I should set aside for you people so that you can still be able to, look into them. Yeah, and remember, there are things that you should not forget. Yeah. So now they have integrity. Yes, they have integrity. They don't want to. They have this mindset that I'm not going to. I want to be able to defend my results. Like, I don't want to have a kind of result that I won't be able to defend. So I'm not going to cheat in exams, and I'm not going to be part to participate. I'm not going to participate in cheating or exam malpractices. They have that integrity, and because of integrity, they work hard to make sure that they are original. Like, yes, I mean, when I say they are original, I mean their excellence is quality, is original. It's not fake. Yeah. So they have that integrity that is driving them, and in a lot of things. Yeah, they apply that integrity to a lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah. So um okay. They make friends with people of like minds. There's this saying that show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. So your friend is a picture of. Now, if you want to have straight A's, you want to have 5.0, you should be working with people who are also who also have that mindset, like who are working towards having 5.0. You should not be working with people. Your friends should be people that want to achieve the same kind of thing that you are planning to achieve. So those friends will sharpen you, they will move you forward, they will lighten your fire. So don't go and be moved. Don't I'm not saying that you should not relate with people, but the people that are closest to you eh, are the people that are working towards achieving the same kind of thing, the same kind of result that you're working towards. They may not be in your hostel, but you find a way to spot them and locate them and become friends with them. And then you can begin to rub minds together. And before you know it, you will soon become like them. Yeah. There's a principle that you will soon become like people you associate yourself with. If you associate yourself with high flyers, you too will begin to you become an high flyer like them. And the other way around, if you associate yourself with people, with unserious people, with careless people, um you too will soon become like them. So look for people that look like what you want to be, and then associate yourself with them. So they are not lazy but very diligent and hardworking. They are not lazy. You see, the other time we talk about prayer. Yeah, there's a saying that any prayer that leave all the responsibility to God is an irresponsible prayer. Don't pray irresponsible prayer. Pray hard and work hard. Pray like as if it's only prayer that will save you. And then you work hard as if you have not prayed, as if it's only that work that will save you. And then by the time the two combine together, you will see that you are going to achieve results. Yeah, your excellent results. You are going to achieve your target. Yeah. So work very hard. Don't be a lazy person. So that is it. Now, they go extra mile. Now, this extra mile, let me illustrate it a little bit by sharing one of the captions that I kept towards the end. And that caption says, this is it, it's already on the screen. It said, what distinguishes a genius from ordinary people is in the word extraordinary. Yeah, is in the word extraordinary. That is, they go extra mile. Can you see that now? You know, extraordinary people can you see genius people are extraordinary people, abi? First class students, high flying students, straight A students, they are extraordinary students, right? So, but what make them extraordinary is that what? They go extra mile. They go the extra mile. Yeah, they go the extra mile. If other people are going 1 mile, they go extra mile, they go 2 miles, they go farther. Like, they go beyond their class notes, they get past question, they get as many practice questions as possible, they practice more than other people would have practiced normally, they read more than other people would have read normally. They will sha go extra mile. they look for more resources. So they go extra mile. That's one of the principles that distinguish. So now let me back to so the next one is they do a lot, sorry, is a lot of practice. That was a typographical error here. They do a lot of practice. I think we have discussed that when we were talking about the WDS principle, width, depth, accuracy, and speed. You practice to get accuracy. Yes, practice is a result. Accuracy is a result of practice. So practice to the point that you are sure that there's no way they will set the question in the exam that you will not be able to answer it. Most of your notes or course materials contain just few examples and you cannot stay with them. If you stay with them, you will discover that by the time you enter into the exam, the questions, the kind of questions you see in the exam, they don't look like what is in your notes. It's only people that have taken time to practice through past questions and other materials that would have been well prepared to be able to tackle any question, whichever way they bring those questions. So they do a lot of practice. So don't limit yourself to your class notes and course materials. So they ask questions and share their problems. They are not too quiet. They don't keep quiet. They don't keep their problems to themselves. They look for people that they associate with people who they can solve problems together. They share their problems with people that can help them solve it. They don't keep quiet. They ask questions. Whatever is not clear to them, they ask. And then they share their problems with people that can help them to solve their problems. And so they are reserved and humble. Reserved means they are not noisemakers. Yeah, as the saying goes, empty barrels make the loudest noise. They are not empty barrels that make noise. They are reserved. You don't even know that they know. It is when the results come out that you will see that so this person really knows. And the that so that reserve being reserved is there. That humility is not a kind of let me just try to be humble. There's an humility that comes from I don't know enough. When you know that you have not known enough, you will not you it's good. There's a kind of humility that you will have that let me give you an example now. Like if somebody, let's say somebody is in a 4.7 and somebody is you are 4.7, you are good, oh, you are brilliant. You know, the person knows that he has potential of having 5.0. So the person will be like, don't flatter me, Jare. Don't flatter me. I've not even come near what I'm supposed to. Humility comes from when you have a large heart to see that there is more. That little, that's one that you have that some people think that is little. You have not even started. Yeah. So it is that sense. I think there's one of the great philosophers in history. His name is Socrates. You probably might have heard of him. He has one quote like that. He said, I'm the wisest man. He said, I'm the wisest man in that I know nothing. He know a lot of things actually. But he said he's the wisest man because he knows that even what he knows that people think he knows, that he's still nothing, that he has not really known much. So it's an humility that is coming from I have not started, or I have not, yeah. Because you don't compare yourself with other people. If you compare yourself with other people, that at least don't say I'm better than this person. It can limit you. No, have a large heart. Look for people that they are far ahead of you and set them as your yardstick. It will push you to achieve what they achieve or even more than what, rather than saying, at least I'm better than this one, I'm better than some people. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, and the last one here is that they have an excellent spirit. Yes, there is a manifestation of, there's a spirit, there's a kind of spirit that when you have, earlier on I said they have strong desire and determination. There are some people that they are just not satisfied with anything that is less than excellence. Is there excellence or nothing? If they have less than excellence, they will be crying. Like there's something in them that is saying, no, you can't achieve anything short of excellence. So that excellent spirit, one way it manifests in form of a drive that push people, that the person know that I am an excellent person by nature. Yes. by nature I'm an excellent person, so I must achieve excellence. So the person will not rest, and the person will not compare himself with average and mediocre people. The person will not even associate himself with average and mediocre people. So it's a drive. That's one part of, but there's another part of, another manifestation of this excellent spirit that is the spirit of God in us. The spirit of God in us is spirit, is the excellent spirit, the Holy Spirit. When you have that spirit in you, you are going to be excellent, because he will teach you things that your lecturer did not even explain. He can tell you what will come out in the exam or in the test that you are preparing for. Even in the exam, he can remind you of the things that you have read that you would have forgotten. He will just be digging them out. Now, remember, I told you that God is not imagine. Yeah, I didn't say that directly. Actually, I said prayer without responsibilities and irresponsible prayer. Meaning that even God, before God can help you, He wants you to reach. Yes. So when this excellent spirit in you is going to work, I mean the spirit of God, He will only remind you of the things that you have read. Though it is as much as you have read that He will go and dig out and remind you. He will not remind you of the things that you have. So that means you have to read and store knowledge, store knowledge. So when you enter into your exam, say, Holy Spirit, can you please remind me of the things I've read? And before well, I've experienced it before actually, but I've experienced it to the point that, say, yeah, you made mistake here, and then I said, I made mistake, and then I went to correct it. So, so I said the excellent spirit. I've explained it in two dimensions. One is an inner drive that push you to achieve, to not to be satisfied with anything less than excellence. I mean, you won't rest. Hey, no, I'm excellent person, so I can't have anything as well. And that is a drive. Yeah, it's human, it's a kind of inner drive. But the other one is the spirit of God at work in us. So that is the I think they have to 21 now. And then I added some factors here. I wish you to get this. We'll soon be rounding up. It's just the captions that remain. And I think I've even shared already. I've already shared some of them. Hello, are we still together? Are you following, please? We're almost done. Hello. Okay, thank you. So I added some captions here. They are part of some of the things that we've shared before, and I want you to have them in mind. Don't forget, one of it is that you aim high, aim highest. Don't just aim high. Don't just aim at having 70A, aim at 100A, so that if the worst come to the worst, you will still have A. Don't aim at having 4.5, aim at having 4.0. I'm sorry, 5.0. If you aim at having 5.0, the worst is that you will still have first class. I've told you of somebody that wanted to have 4.5. I said aim at 5.0 so that the worst is, and the person aimed at 5.0 and had 4.88. What if the person aimed at 4.5? The person would have less than 4.5. So don't aim at don't just aim high, aim highest, aim at the highest possible, scoring all the marks, not missing any question, not missing anything. Yes, that's how to aim. And then the other caption here is the reading core principle. I think I've explained that you can look through it. You can look through it. We may be able to talk more on it later. And then we talk about teaching is learning twice, and this extraordinary principle. So I think that will be all for today.